all Cherokee people, and it is a blessing and a privilege to be in this room. Amen.
Amen. All right, Shelley, see if we got a quorum. I'm not sure, but we do.
Denise Taylor.
Here.
Keith Austin.
Here.
Bill England.
Here. Okay.
Jack Baker.
Here.
Harley Bezard.
Here.
Joe Bird.
Honey.
Sean Crittenden.
Honey.
Don Garvin. Frankie Hargis.
Present.
Wanda Hatfield. Rex Jordan.
Here.
Dave Blay. Curtis Snell. David Thornton. Victoria Vesquez. David Walking-Stick. Brian Warner.
That boy's not here when he is here. He's eating.
We do have a quorum.
Oh, awesome.
He's got donuts.
Okay, you received a copy of the minutes in your packets. I would entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the June 23rd minutes. All those in favor? Any opposition? All right, let's move right on to Sean Slayton reporting for Cherokee Nation businesses.
Good morning, Council.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Be reporting on May results. Had a very good May of net income of 11.8 million. That was consistent with our budget. About $1 million lower than previous year. Our consolidated revenue is 84.5 million and exceeded previous year by $1.6 million. We've got a lot of expansion projects going on, you know, with Grove and everything. And I'll just kind of give you a brief update on that. But first, I'd like to start with the Arkansas initiative that we've got going and decided to participate in. As you know, they did their initial press release. Last Friday was their deadline to turn in their signatures that they had gathered. And they met their deadline. They turned in approximately 94,000 signatures, and now it's in the hands of the Secretary of State of Arkansas to validate those signatures. And if they collected more than 62 or 63,000, but they didn't hit the 85,000 limit, then they have an extra 30 days to go back out and get the 20,000. So they collected a lot of signatures, and we feel very confident that they collected the threshold, which would be the 62 or 63,000, and we'll be able to begin collecting signatures again very shortly. I think the Secretary has 10 days to validate, and that would be 2 weeks from last Friday, if my math is right on that. So we're waiting and seeing on that, and I think looking forward to going forward with that project. At Grove, if you've been by that facility is really moving quickly. Redstone is keeping the project on pace and even ahead a little bit. I mentioned that we're working with town of City of Grove to get water and sewer out to them. We've released the construction firm to do the off-bridge work, which is just along the right-of-way there. Get that to the bridge, and we're continuing to look at our options for contractors to take it over the bridge. It's a little more of a specialty type thing, a little more difficult than just digging a trench along the ground and burying the pipe. So that's kind of where we are with Grove. The spa, that continues. We delayed a little bit on the pool there because the bids were too high, so we've reworked those drawings and working on the contractors to try to bring that price down. If you pass by Outpost 1, we've resumed work there. We put the underground tanks in. We put the fill back in, met the compaction standards for that, and I believe they'll be pouring the curbs for the pumps and things like that either late this week or first part of next week. So once those are up, then they'll begin assembling the canopy there. Cherokee Plaza is moving along quickly. I believe last I heard Sonic was a little over 50%. Buffalo Wild Wings is right there, as is the Ford dealership. I haven't been by there this week. I'll go by in just a minute, but my understanding was that Taco Bueno was going to pour the foundation for their project this week as well. So that's my report, and be happy to answer any questions.
May I have any questions? Counselor Vasquez.
Yes, thank you. Sean, I was curious how many employees we'll have at Grove Casino. Do we know yet?
I'm going to guess that that's right at 150, 175 maybe.
That's good.
Counselor Buzzard.
Sean, have you had any conversations with GRDA and REC about electricity?
At Grove, or
at
just
all,
in general?
In general.
Yes. Yeah, they're both working with us to try to come up with maybe a comprehensive plan for.
I had talked to the board of directors or two of them, and then mentioned 2 minutes. Well, I'll check with Sean, but I'm sure that you guys are on top of that. It sounded to me like they can save a lot of money, not only for you guys, but for the Cherokee Nation in general.
Those talks are even happening while we're talking now.
Okay. Good deal. The other thing is on the rolling property improvements. What are we doing down there now? I can see it in your report.
The rolling property
It says
improvement.
rolling property improvement.
I don't know.
Is that the water drainage that we had some problem with?
Well, it could be that, or finishing up some of the parking or something like that. There's not a big project going on, if that's what you're asking. Just some
Okay.
wrap-up work.
Well, I was sure interested about the electricity, because the way they talked to me and presented it to me, it could be some big savings if we could get an agreement.
There's no shortage of providers that want that electricity.
Is that right?
That's right. So there's some competition.
That's what I understand. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Any other questions for Sean? Must have been a good report.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Brings us to our treasurer, Lacey Horn.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Tribal Council.
Hello.
I just want to follow up on the audit bid that we did for our external auditors, of which there was a 7-person committee, 3 of us from Cherokee Nation, 3 from CNB, and Jody. And we selected BKD to continue on as our auditors. They put forward a very comprehensive proposal and a competitive price, so we feel very good about them continuing on as our auditors. The surplus listing was sent out last week, I believe, and those requests are due from tribal counselors to Gail no later than July the 29th, so that we can get those on the next ENF's agenda to donate out. So with that, you all have my report. I'll be happy to take any questions that you have.
I presume the budgets have all been turned into you?
Yes.
You've got them compiled?
Yes.
Any anticipated time when we will receive our,
Our date for sending them over should be July the 29th. I believe that's that
Okay.
Friday.
okay, that's
So-
going to be a busy day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things
Is there
on
a lot going on that
day? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Thank you. Diane, you want to come on up and tell us something good?
Tell you something good. Have you ever heard of Christmas in July?
You're bringing it.
Well, we have a job fair tomorrow, and guess where, Councilwoman Hargis? Adair County.
Well,
for
it's about
swans. We are co-hosting along with Indian Capital Technology Center a job fair for Swans. I've been telling you all that Swans is looking at expanding. Well, they're getting ready to roll out for a job fair tomorrow, and Hunter and his team will be over there. And we hope that this is the first of maybe one or two more, hopefully. So some things are rolling over there in Adair County. I said Christmas in July, but you guys stole our thunder because you guys have got these pretty turquoise shirts. These are the intern shirts this year, and my interns and George will be giving you all one. They're like the maroon ones that have the white stripe. These are royal blue with the white stripe. But George and my interns are between North Carolina and Oklahoma. They've been out there since last Thursday. They'll return this Thursday. And they're going to give you the shirts. I can't steal their thunder, but I just wanted to show this to you. So where's David Walking Stick? Eat your heart out.
Really?
Just kidding.
Thank you so much. If you got any white ones, would you give me one? Because it's beginning where Walking Stick and I are walking in the same place with the same. So I make sure whatever he has on, I go the opposite.
Okay, all right. Well, we have our Youth Leadership Day over at Talking Leaves this Friday, and Ben Barnett's been coordinating that, and we're looking forward to having about close to 500 kids there. Eastern Oklahoma Development District annual meeting over at Talking Leaves, and it was very well attended. Chief was our keynote speaker, and Councilman Crenton was our entertainment, and he did an outstanding job, and so did the chief. And Benson that was born that day. We've got all these projects that we're working on right now, and I can't tell you, some of you all know a little bit about things in your area, but we've got one up in the north, all three of them are in the northern counties. And we've been kind of, between Sean and Chuck Garrett and I, we've been calling back and forth with Mid-America, the Tulsa Chamber, and those things are moving. They're not moving real fast, but they're moving. And it could be that they'll all happen somewhere around the same time, and we'll have all these jobs to go out and recruit for. But I want to thank all you council members that we've contacted in support and helping with some of those projects up there, because if it happens, we're going to have lots of jobs up in the northern area. We've also got another one that Mid-America contacted us about last week, so it's another project. It's called like Project Hope, Project Autumn, and I can't divulge the names, but as they progress, I'll tell you about them. There's also another one in Tulsa that we're working on. So we've got a total of, I think, 5 or 6 that are out there, and they're all in the northern area. So things break loose, we'll be having lots of jobs. And then we've also got 2 major job fairs for Macy's, and they'll be at the Hard Rock. One's in September and the other one is in October, and Hunter's working with Larry Daugherty in our Tulsa office and Evelyn Warner at Macy's. Just want to tell you a little bit about our summer youth program. We had about 540, and then we went up to like 580, and then some of them have dropped off. So I think we're rounded out about 540 summer youth kids. And the northern end has picked up the pace, and I want to compliment the staff, Christy Stites and Claire Moore, Lori Lambert and Vanita, and those girls in the prior office and the girls over in Jay. They've all worked hard to get those numbers up there. The workforce office that was downtown by Atwoods is moving. It's moving over to the skill center where we had our, I think it was behavioral health. They're moving in out there. The NORA office is going out there, and the workforce office and Oklahoma Employment Security Commission. And I want to thank you all for the surplus that you all let them look at, because they did pick out a few chairs. And it helps us because we refer every one of our clients down there for unemployment benefits. So just want to thank you all for that. That's all I have.
Counselor Bezer?
Diana, you may know too. Do you know if the contract been let out for that sewer line there to tank plant there in Jay?
Well,
I know
there was,
advertised, but-
okay. What happened was my understanding in talking with Anna was that because the money's coming through USDA, and we're the ones who actually wrote the grant for the sewer,
Yeah.
we had to actually bid it out. And
Yeah,
the city
I figured
jumped
that,
out there and bid it, and somebody thought they got it, and then whenever USDA said, Cherokee Nation, you're the one that's getting the grant for it, you've got to do it, so we had to go back and retract it.
And I knew that, but I'd say it's been advertised, but
It's been advertised, but I don't think it's been let yet.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair.
I just want to say that I know you've been on the job for a while, but I appreciate your continued enthusiasm. Every time you get a project to work on, you act like it's the first one you've ever done, and I read your reports and I get excited about all the stuff you're doing, and I can't imagine someone coming into your office and not being excited about getting a job. So I appreciate that about you, Diane.
Well, I enjoy what I do, and my staff enjoy what they do, or they wouldn't be in my department.
Yeah. Thank you. Keep up the good work.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we have Stephen Hires today in place of Anna Knight.
Yes.
So if you have any hard questions, let them fly.
Thank you for allowing me to be here today. Anna sends her regrets, but she's at the 2016 Oklahoma Native Assets Coalition Conference in Oklahoma City. She sits on the board, and so she is there representing the Cherokee Nation in Northeast Oklahoma. The report's fairly straightforward. I would bring your attention to page 2, the USDA set planning meeting in Stillwell. It was set for July 15th. That has since been canceled, and that will be the third Friday of August is when that will take place now. It'll still be at ICTC there in Stillwell, but it's the third Friday of August, and we would recommend any of you, welcome any of you to come there, particularly those that serve Adair, Cherokee, Sequoia, and Delaware County, because that's kind of what this coalition is comprised of. And then the other thing I would bring your attention to is page 4. We have a new entrepreneur training program that we're offering called Growth Will Business Training, and we're going out throughout all of the 14 counties. The first one we're actually doing this Thursday in Bartlesville, and then we're headed to Salisaw, Tulsa, Claremore, and Pryor. So, and all of those are on page 4, the dates and the time. So we would encourage you to share that with your constituents. This is an entrepreneur training for startups and also current businesses that would like to increase their capacity. It doesn't necessarily mean that they need any lending. It just might mean that they need some technical assistance or something like that. But of course, if they do need lending, we're happy to help them with that as well. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer any.
Counselor Vasquez?
Yes, thank you. How would I get Anita on this list of business entrepreneur workshops?
Vanita it will be on the list. This is just the first round that we kind of put together. And so we'll add Vanita to the future, sure.
Counselor Warner?
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Stephen, where are you guys handling these meetings at in Salisaw?
For the growth wheel?
Yeah.
That will be out of the career services office in Salisaw.
Okay.
All of them are tied to some sort of Cherokee Nation office, and I believe it's mainly the career services offices, which is why, they're kind of where they're at in Pryor, Salisaw,
Okay.
Claremore.
All right, thank you.
Counselor Crittenden?
Sir, can we get Stillwell and Westville area on that list as well?
Sure. We will, as we go.
Thank you.
Anything else? All right.
Thank you all very
Those
much.
businesses. Brings us down to our consent items. Willard, you like the tarot list we got?
It's good.
Okay.
Make a motion to be approved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the tarot list. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Okay. You got a new community assistance list, hot off the press.
And I already have 2 more to add to it, so. I have, for Counselor Snell, $600 for War Pony, and Counselor Thornton, $1,000 for Marble City Food Pantry.
Okay, Counselor Austin.
There should also be $500 for Talala Cemetery. This paperwork apparently, the email got lost.
We've been hearing about that.
I don't know what the deal is. It won't print. But anyway,
Hello.
Talala Cemetery. There's Talala Historical Society.
Speak to him.
And then it's already on here, but Talala Cemetery.
Okay.
To add.
Anything else?
I move that we accept.
Second.
I got a motion and a second to accept the community assistance. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Okay, were there any new law enforcement requests?
There's no new ones.
Okay. And then your roads projects, has everybody had a chance to look at their roads? Be sure that what you want funded is getting funded. Jack?
Make a motion to be approved.
I have a motion and a second on the roads request. All those in favor? Any opposition? Brings us down to sports teams.
There's some pending, but there's no new ones on the list.
So we can go on to livestock. Is there anything?
There's no new ones.
Okay. Past that. Okay, I see no old business. Counselor Jordan, would you help me out on the new business there?
Yes, 16-086, an act amending legislation, Act 17-15, authorizing the comprehensive operating budget for fiscal year 2016, Mod 10, and declaring an emergency. And I'll put that in the form of a motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second on the budget mod. Does anybody have any questions on that? If not, let's vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Very good. Okay, does anybody have any announcements? Jack, do you want to announce about the picnic, Going Snake?
Yes.
Isn't that coming up?
The Going Snake District Heritage Association will have their annual picnic at Concord, Talbot Library and Museum in Concord, starting at 10 o'clock this Saturday. And Julie Reed, who has done a new book on social programs in the Cherokee Nation during the 1800s, will be speaking and signing her new book. Everyone's welcome to attend.
Any other announcements?
One short announcement. We have the RES conference going on, and Hard Rock is the host. Various companies, businesses from out the United States are there presenting. And our CEO is a Cherokee tribal member, Gary Davis, sometimes known as Lightfoot. They're doing an outstanding job of a lot of good presentations going on. So if you're in the area of Tulsa, Hard Rock is the host. They're doing an outstanding job. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn. I do want to say the next meeting is tentatively scheduled for August 25th at 3. So do I have a second? I got a motion and a second. All those in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Any opposition? Never get any opposition on that. Okay. Not even for 1 second. He hates everything.